All right. Welcome everybody who's going to be watching. Just going to make sure that the stream is working. It's the ISRL Tier 3 Japanese Grand Prix now. Apologies if it cuts for just a second. I have to adjust my audio mix. I can hear the cars. Um,
Yeah, me either.
Now, we just got started here in Suzuka. It's round 17 of 18, so coming to the end of season 3, and of course all the championships have been wrapped up, and Mivako of the Alfa Romeo team are your champion, and he clinched that 2 weeks ago. So he's looking to kind of maybe do some victory laps today, get a good race in Suzuka. We're in Brazil next week, of course. But we got a Grand Prix ahead of us. We got a day of racing ahead of us with Tier 2 and Tier 1 after. In the booth with me, I got Chris. Chris, are you excited for the weekend? What can we expect in Suzuka?
Yeah, thanks for having me today here in Japan. This is my absolutely favorite circuit, so I'm really expecting a really nice and exciting Sunday in Tier 3, Tier 2, and Tier 1. Yeah.
And now, we don't have really any access to the weather right now. I'm going to try to get a peek when I go back outside of the comms room and try to get a glimpse of Fallen Monkeys' screen. But it's a track that's known for rain. We've seen a lot of rain around Suzuka and past Grand Prix here with ISRL in real life as well. Do you think the rain is going to be something that might play a part in today's race if we get some later on in the race?
Yeah, absolutely. We have to expect some raining, absolutely some raining, especially here in Tier 3. They had throughout the season they had to deal with a lot of rainy races, and if I look outside, we have a really cloudy sky at the moment, so I wouldn't be surprised to see any rain in the race. And especially we have a lot of guys heating out with the soft tire at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the soft or the tire data, and you're right, it is a lot of soft tires. So Mivako setting the first lap here in Suzuka, followed by Pissassen, but that's kind of a banker lap. He's 20 seconds off the pace, so not representative of what he can truly do. Cozy goes second fastest, as some times are finally getting listed up on the board there, and there you go. We're seeing Aizen cross the line as well. I think Sunik might be the next one through. He is. He goes P5. So right away, we're seeing sometimes we're seeing a 126 from Danny Boy. I missed that earlier, so it's very competitive there from Danny. 4/10 ahead of Mivako, and then we're seeing sometimes in the 27s and the 28s. So. And then a couple guys just a little bit off the pace. I think maybe some mistakes in their lap. Extreme Pascal is he on a lap? I think he is in the Williams machine. He's had some good races recently. Looking to improve on that right now. Now, Chris, of course, we mentioned earlier that the championship was over, but of course that's not the only thing that's left to fight for. Is there's a couple of battles that are quite close in the midfield, and especially for second position as well as fourth. And we have Aizen in the Renault there. He's currently P3, 318 points. F1 Richie, who was ahead of him right up until last race, where Aizen took a podium and F1 Richie DNF'd. Did that position change? And F1 Richie's in third with 303 points. So with 2 races to go, there's still some good chances that we're going to see some shuffling. And unless F1 Richie can outscore Aizen by at least a significant margin, and Aizen might actually clinch second place here today. Extreme Pascal went 11th fastest. We still have a couple of guys in the pits. Chilmo's on an outlap. Last car to have set a lap time, or to have not set a lap time that's on track right now.
Uh, First, I have to correct you. Aizen is sitting in the McLaren, and yeah, he is absolutely fighting for second place in the championship. But D-Mods, he is sitting in, between all those soft runners with the medium tires. Really impressed of his lap time there. So he is definitely a man to watch for the championship second place as well. Also, his teammate End of the World, is he joining to? Yeah, he's joining. So both of the Renaults, we have to watch of them. They are really, really strong. Good paces in the last races.
Absolutely. Chilmo just now starting his flying lap. Oh, he dips a wheel on the grass there. That's not what you want to see because it's going to slow him down just a little bit, but he makes it stick through turn one. And so far, so good for Chilmo, as it's not letting me change the camera type. That's a little bit weird. But Chilmo going through the S's. And let me just... Okay. Sorry about that. I was trying to hit R1 and it wasn't changing. So anyways, fastest sector 1 from Chilmo, so he's flying right away. I do hope that is his pace, not just a glitch in the game, because it'd be so good for him to be able to start in those front rows there. Maybe split the Williams or something, who are already out in force in Suzuka, and Pisastin and Danny Boy, both of them off to a good start to the qualifying session. 10 minutes left here, so approaching the halfway mark. We still have, as Chilmo goes wide there, we still have 5 drivers who have not set a time, and I don't expect to see the racing points out, if I'm being honest with you. Of course, we've seen them like opt out of qualifying more times than not this season, and they start at the back and try to work their way up through the field. It works out most of the time for them, but out of the other ones there that have not yet qualified, are you expecting anything, any surprises for maybe Scar Logan or Ix? As Chilmo goes 11th fastest, so a good lap from him.
Scar Logan and X are always good for surprises, especially in tracks like we have here right now. A really tactical track, except of the third sector. Chilmo is losing his car here right at the end of the S's. Really easy to do that, actually, but yeah, I'm really looking for Scarlo, for X, for the deck, and for Catastrophic. They're always getting a lot of positions throughout the race, most likely, yeah.
Absolutely. A man who does want to improve on his time is the Mercedes right here of Fallen Monkeys. His teammate, Reserve, replacing Joe Dimas today. He's in P11, and that's killing for Cash, a driver he's beat before. So Fallen Monkeys definitely going to be looking to change his fortunes here and get out of P16 right now. He's the last of the cars who've set a lap. He's on his outlap right now, as he's just waiting there for the cars ahead of him to filter down the track a little bit, not get too clogged up, and away he goes here. And down the main straight, you got to accelerate very carefully there, because there's a little bit of bumps on the exit. But as soon as you get up into 5th gear, get the power down, it goes all right. And into turn 1, nice line through there. You got to go a little bit wide on the exit, take up the curb, and then through the S's. Be careful, as there's a car parked over on the side there, just letting him by. Keep it steady through here. Downshift from downshift to gear there. I don't remember off the top of my head which gears you're in there. I think it's 5th down to 4th, but you can just chuck the car through.
For just a second, I think that we can expect rain in the race, because everyone is heating out with the soft tires, so we don't have any strategy calls here in the qualifying. That could be the best indicator for a rain race, where all drivers have to start with the inters or even with the wet tires, so we could actually expect rain in the race.
Yeah, it is a possibility. Actually, I'm gonna give me 2 seconds here as I sneak out of the comms room and try to ask Fallen Monkeys for some pit wall intel.
I give you 3 seconds in that case. yeah, as I as I said that everyone is heating out with the soft tires at the moment, so I think we can expect rain in the race here.
Alright, I have some insight. It is not going to rain, so we're going to have a dry race. As End of the World sets a fast lap time, and then he says, I've got enough. I'm happy with that. And he retires from the session preemptively. Demorth has set his best lap time on the mediums. He's out on the softs right now, though, so not happy with P7 and opting to improve to P4 on the softs. What do you think about that? Improving 3 positions, but giving up the medium tire compound advantage?
I'm actually surprised because Demod was really sitting in a really good position, even with the medium tire. So it would giving him a huge advantage in the race. But now, as you see that, everyone, absolutely everyone in the grid, except of the Racing Points, X and Scalo, they're still sitting in the pits. Everyone is on the soft tire. So we don't have much strategy differences in the race.
Yeah, Bakker,
surprisingly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was done.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bakker, the only other car who's set a time on the mediums, but he's out on the softs right now. So you're right. Looks like everybody's going to be opting for the softs to start this race. And I mean, I'm not opposed to the decision. Of course, Suzuka is a very tricky track, so you expect early safety cars. You expect maybe some carnage early on, some broken wings. You have to pit off those soft tires anyways. So it's not a bad decision here from these drivers. But I do question at least maybe one person trying to qualify in the lower half of the top 10 as Bakker invalidates that lap on the soft, so he might actually end up having to start on the mediums if he can, or no, he's out of the top 10, so I think he's gonna be okay. F1 Richie as well, he's invalidated his lap. Is Danny Boy gonna be trying again? I think he has tried again, and he's abandoned that lap because he's improved to a 126.2, right ahead of Passassin, who's at a 126.3. So some very fast lap times from the guys here.
The Williams driver Extreme Pascal just jumped up to P11 with a 128.7. Well done to him. And yeah, probably. Or we experienced that the tire wear here in Japan is not that much, so that's probably, or might be a reason that really everyone is heating up for the soft compound of the tire. Probably. So the tire wear is not this extreme. You can easily go from the soft to the medium tire, and with a one-stop strategy, especially here in Japan. Yeah, if you be a little bit more careful with the softs.
Yeah, looking at Cozy right now in the Red Bull, I just noticed a comment on our live stream saying Red Bull hoping to jump a spot or two today from Hartman, of course, in the other Red Bull. He's down in P16 right now, but his teammate on a hot lap. He's in P8 already, looking to improve, and he's coming to the end of Sector 1 shortly. We're going to see what kind of split Joseph Cozy can get, coming off a very strong couple of races. Of course, that podium in Monza just a few weekends ago, and it's a fastest Sector 1 here. There's a Mercedes facing the wrong way off the side of the racetrack. Not sure if that was monkeys or killing for cash, but Cozy does a good job avoiding them, and through the hairpin he goes, and this is the long swooping right-hander into Spoon, and Spoon is such a tricky corner. It's hard to judge the braking zone. Let's see if he can get it right there, and he has to pull on that car a little bit. We saw it get upset in the second half of that corner as he had to kind of, I think, carried a little bit too much speed and had to counter that and get off the throttle and really turn that car, and it's going to cost him right down the straight into 130R. He's going to lose some top speed, but it doesn't look like he's off to a bad lap. I do think he's up on his time still, and through the last corner he hasn't abandoned it, so there's hope. And is he going to improve? He does not, just a 10th short. And Cozy, that's going to be the end of his qualifying. He's going to start P9. And coming down the straight here, who's, I think that's Chill Mo coming across the start-finish line. Chill Mo's not going to improve. Craigo as well. Is he starting his, no, he can't be starting his lap. Or is there a minute left? There is. There's still a minute. Okay. Okay. He is starting his last lap right now. I thought that was the end of session timer, but no, there's still a minute left in qualifying. And I was like, wait, it's already done. What? But no, okay. I'm just not fully awake yet. Sunik is on a out lap. I think he's going to be the first of the last cars, if we don't count Craigo back there.
I really have to say, we have to watch on the Red Bulls, especially on Hartmann. He had a really strong race in Tier 2 last season. And yeah, and for sure, for Joseph Cozy, he actually is a pretty good finisher throughout the last couple of races there. So yeah, watch to the Red Bulls, or for the Red Bulls.
Yeah, Sunik now starting his lap. Let's see what he can do. We have I think that's, Demort's starting his lap further up the grid as well. So lots of guys here coming. Oh, somebody went higher. I think, that was Craigo. So Craigo improves his lap time considerably. We have a Mercedes coming across now. It's Killing for Cash. He is going to improve, but just barely. Not enough to make a difference in that lap time. So it looks like Fellow Monkeys is going to out-qualify him. Fellow Monkeys, he is, as they both cross the line, and with 2 seconds to go in qualifying, that's going to be the end of their session. That's Hartmann in the gravel. They're having a moment just after the S's, I think, and luckily for him, not going to impede anybody. Next car to cross the line, it's ISRL Sunik. And let's see what he can do. He's 4/10 up on his time here through Sector 2 and into the chicane. You got to keep it very clean. You can take a lot of curb in this chicane, cut a lot of the corner, and take a straighter racing line into this main straight. And as he crosses the line, he goes P9. So P9 for ISRL Sunik. That's a great lap for him. Demore straight behind him has invalidated, and so not going to improve from 5th. And behind him yet, I think that's Craigo. He's on his in-lap. Fallen Monkeys Killing for Cash behind them are on their in-lap. And I think everybody who's out on track right now is done their qualifying session. Is this the final order? It is at the top. So Danny Boy on pole position, Assassin 72 in P2, so a front row lockout from Williams. Mifako in the Alfa Romeo in P3, so he is used to being on the front. Not this time in Suzuka. He's getting out qualified by almost a second by a Danny Boy, who's a reserve, who's just trying out for seats ahead of next season. So I think with a performance like that, we might see him again, just not in Tier 3. And F1 Richie, Demorts, Craigo, Bacher, Azen, Sunik, end of the world. That's your top 10. And they're all going to have to start on the soft compound tire. A couple guys in there doing 2 laps on their tires as well. So that's going to be interesting if maybe it comes back to bite them in the race. But a very exciting qualifying session ahead of the Grand Prix. And of course, we hope that there is no errors or anything, because right after this race, there's the real life race of the Bahrain, the Sakir Grand Prix. Really hope that this isn't too much of a lengthy race. The Bahrain race starts in just over an hour. We have a Japanese Grand Prix to go, and are you excited to get into it?
Yeah, absolutely. Even with the time change, I mean, we all know we want to see the Bahrain Grand Prix. Even the outer wing with the couple of laps. We have some new drivers in the F1 replacing our drivers. Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting, but for now we're staying in Tier 3. We have Chilmo and who was the other one? They are and Hartmann. They was driving 3 laps with their soft tires.
Yeah, and of course, if they're below the top 10, like Hartman is, they're gonna get free tire choice, but that does take away a set that you can use in the race, because they'll have been a little bit too worn. So, gonna be interesting to see what these drivers opt to do here. As we're just loading into the event right now. If you're watching the live stream right now, don't forget to give us a like there. We have 16 people watching. Thank you so much if you've tuned in so far. Very excited to get into it. Now, we do have, you've probably seen it if you're one of our drivers, we do have merchandise, so make sure to check that out. Link in the description. Make sure to go and support IMB, who've done a great job providing us with some very, very cool stuff. And yeah, don't forget to like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever social media you use. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you enjoyed that qualifying session. If you enjoy watching us from week to week, and we're about to get into it here. But yeah, everybody who's in the stream right now, yeah, just thank you for supporting us and coming in and watching every race. Now, here we go on the formation lap. Do you have any predictions here? We have two Williams on the front row, and if I'm going to be honest, judging off that performance that qualifying performance, I think that Danny Boy is going to be winning this race. It's just, I feel like that's what's going to happen here. I think he was just that dominant in qualifying that he's going to take the lead and he's going to hold on to it. But I think Mivako might have an outside chance if there's a late safety car. He's always been very good with strategy, and unless there's a late safety car that allows him to pit on a softer compound near the end, I think it's going to be a Williams podium at least, maybe even a 1-2. What do you think?
First, Williams did a wonderful job with reserve drivers in this season, or throughout this season, with Max Mello and all those guys dominating races. About Danny Boy being the only favorite driver here right now, I wouldn't say that, because he had only like 1/10 lead in the qualifying to possess him. So we have a lot of drivers to keep an eye on, especially D-Modes, Aizen, Tunic, End of the World. The whole top 10 is a bleed to win the race tonight, today.
You think so? Alright, I believe you. I'll take your word for it. Of course, it's an unpredictable sport, racing in general, but of course made tenfold when you consider what goes into sim racing with, you know, latency and lag and connection, and sometimes someone lags out and a win gets gifted to you. Sometimes there's accidents and there's safety cars as well, or there's just drivers who can pull out these crazy performances because their setup is just so tuned in during a race. There's a lot of unpredictability, and another thing that's going to make it rather unpredictable on the start is the gap that the Haas's have to the rest of the field there, as they've just gone way quickly on the formation lap. But just gonna get the grid lined back up here for the start of the race, and
we actually have 4 medium runners. Is Extreme Pascal Hartman, Killing for Cash, and Scalo.
Yeah, let's open up the tire strats quickly, and you are right. So, and they are starting together with some soft tires behind them. Let's open up the position change for the start, though, so that we can keep track of the winners and losers of the start of this race. And the grid is lined up. We're ready to go here in Suzuka. We're just waiting for the lights. We're there you go. Now they're coming. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4, 5 lights. And they're off in Suzuka, and it's a good start from everybody. Oh, not from Passassin as Mivako gets past him down into turn 1, and it's Danny Boy ahead. Mivako in second. Looks like everybody gets through. Okay, there's some movement further down as Krago gets past Demors. The Renault's falling down the order already, but no accidents, no tangles, no spins through turn 1, and it's going to be Krago and Demors going at it through the S's side by side and into the Dunlop curve. It's going to be so close. I think there's a little bit of contact there as Krago gets out of shape, and now End of the World is going to go down the inside of him right away here. There's a lot of action in the midfield, and look at how close they are. The AlphaTauri of Chilmo almost getting into the back there, and I think there might have been a spin a little bit further down, and yeah, that's Fallen Monkeys falling down the order. I think he caught it though, and Krago trying to go back and attack the Renaults as shuffling through the pack already. End of the World up 4 places. Passassin had a bad start. We saw him get so much wheel spin in the second phase of that start. They all got off the line okay, but Passassin getting a ton of wheel spin there, and ultimately it's costing quite a bit of time and of course second place. And there's a yellow flag further down, and that's Krago. So Krago had a spin and spoon. And look at this. The McLaren of Azen trying to have a look at Chilmo, and behind him, Sunik and Killing for Cash very close as well. There's a big pack forming up there behind Chilmo, who I don't think he's holding them back, but I think rather the front of the pack ahead of him is just running away. And as we get to the end of lap 1, oh, has there been an accident? No, there's been 2 cars in the pit, so Ix and Fallen Monkeys are pitting. I think maybe some contact. We see a little bit of front wing damage there from Azen, and that's going to affect him in the S's here, and that might be why the pack is held up behind him. I think it's not Chilmo. I think it's probably Azen with that front wing damage that's just holding up everybody behind him as Killing for Cash struggles to get by. And on board with Killing for Cash here, as we can see him closing up to Azen, as Azen goes a little bit wide, takes a penalty. Is that a, yeah, that's a 3-second penalty for Azen. And into the hairpin. Is he going to make a move? Oh, he goes very close. He makes contact.
No.
Oh, no. And Azen gets pushed deep. That's not Azen's fault, though. Killing for Cash misjudging his braking zone. Now they both have damage, and everybody who's stuck behind him losing so much time. As Sunik has to get past. Cozy has to get past. These guys are just costing everybody behind them some precious time, too. The leaders, Sunik has a look there. We saw him just have a little cheeky peek down the inside and into Spoon. That's not going to work. He's going to have to wait for the main straight down the main straight. That's an easy move as he gets by, and so does Cozy, and I think so does Pascal behind them as well. Oh, look at that. Did you see Cozy around the outside of his Sunik? Oh no, there's contact in the back between 2 of the cars, and it's a big battle into the chicane, and who's it gonna be? Oh, having to go through. There is Killing for Cash gets pushed a little bit wide. Azen down in the pits. There's a lot of moves happening in a very short amount of time here. So we're getting a very exciting start. I'm going to get your insights on it in just a second, Chris. I've been shouting for 3 laps now, and there's no signs of it changing. Whew, all right. I think it's calmed down now. We've got through the start phase, and some of these guys that were holding up the pack, causing this chaos, have pitted for new front wings. So, Chris, walk us through that start. Did we miss anything further down the grid?
I think you catched everything important in this race, in this last couple of laps, and you really need a breather right now. And I was going to say, good driving from Killing for Cash with his medium tires, with a huge advantage, but then he hit Azen, and now he is going to spin.
So yeah, that's a spin from Killing for Cash. Passassin ahead though, trying to make a move on Mivako for P2, and he's trying to stick down the split stream, coming through 130R into the Casio Triangle. Is he going to be able to make a move? He's thinking about it as Mivako defends the inside, and that's a good defense from Mivako, blocking Passassin from really making a move there, and he gets a better exit down the main straight for good measure. And now Passassin though with DRS closing up, is going to go around the outside of Mivako, and Passassin goes wide. Passassin drifts wide, and that's going to cost him. Is it going to cost him third place as well as F1 Richie comes up behind him. No, he just managed to recover from that. But Assassin trying to make a move around the outside of that Alfa Romeo, and it's not going to work for him this time. But all this battling, look, what did I tell you? I said Danny Boy is going to take the lead. He's going to run with it. That's exactly what he's doing here. 3.3 seconds already in 4 laps.
Don't miscount Mivako. I think he knows what he is doing, but on the other side, why should he push so hard? He is already champion, so he is actually only driving for most likely for fun, but don't miscount Mivako. He's always good if it comes to strategy things or even safety car, and I'm really surprised we don't have any safety car yet.
Yeah, these guys have done a good job at keeping it clean enough that, you know, we don't need any track. Oh, what's that right ahead? That's Passassin Mivako. I saw a big swerve as he's trying to break the slipstream, and I think it worked. This Passassin not close enough to make a move here through 130R into the triangle again. He's very close, though. You can see how close he is just every time they go through this section into the penultimate corner and into the main straight past the pits. And once again, he's going to have DRS here as Mivako's trying to break it, and he's going to have to go around the outside again. And who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Passassin ahead as he makes a move on Mivako. Not the best camera angle for that one, but we'll take it. Thank you, game. And Passassin says thank you for the position as he moves up ahead into second. That's a Williams, or sorry, not a Williams, but a Williams Haas. I thought for the entire qualifying that Passassin was in the Williams because on my TV, the gray and the white looked like it's the same color. But yeah, it's Passassin and Williams in the front. Mivako P3. Williams, Haas, Alfa Romeo. Not the kind of podium you normally see in real life, but it's a podium we've grown accustomed to seeing here in ISRL Tier 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also have to take a look on 4th and 5th. Richie and D-Mods are fighting really good there behind Mivako and Passassin. So
yeah, six tenths there, F1 Richie.
A four-way battle. It could be a four-way battle at some point.
Yeah, let's take a look at the telemetry here, because F1 Richie's done a good job at hanging out behind Mivako within DRS range, and not using up too much ERS, it looks like, as Mivako, and the guys ahead, 17 and 7%. So F1 Richie, like you said, don't discount him because he's just hanging out here, saving his fuel, saving his battery, and I think we're going to be able to see him move shortly, but he has to be careful because right behind him is another man who's doing just that. It's D-Morse, and look at that, D-Morse is even more ERS saved up than F1 Richie, and he's within DRS range as well, as F1 Richie briefly drops out of DRS range from Mivako. And if F1 Richie gets behind, or it gets more than a second run on him, then that's over, and F1 Richie's down into 5th, I think. Oh, we have a yellow flag. That's another Mercedes not having a good time. Is that killing for cash again? It is, and that's going to be another front wing change for the Mercedes very early on in the race. Not how you want to start your Grand Prix.
This would be his 3rd pit stop already, because he was after his first pit stop changing the front wing, he was in the pits again, and now he has to go probably for a 3rd pit stop so early in the race. This is destroy everything. After a brilliant start with the mediums, if he is falling back, or he is already 1 minute behind everyone else. That's unfortunate for the Mercedes drivers.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there. You always want to see someone have at least a good race. He's already way down the grid right now, and it's not looking like it's going to improve. So Killing for Cash essentially out of contention here. So realistically, we're down to 19 drivers who are still in this race, and it's still a couple in the fight here for the lead, as we see D-Mords catching up to F1 Richie, slowly lapping lap after lap. Further down the grid, I'm seeing Krago catching up to Extreme Pascal. I'm seeing Sunic and Joseph Cozy. Looks like there's going to be a battle shaping up there, so we're going to tune into that quickly in a second. But Demort's here, just 5/10 behind the Ferrari of F1 Richie, and F1 Richie defending second place, or rather trying to catch up to second place in the championship, as Aizen got past him. With Aizen in 15th, he's got a very good chance at doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's 15 points the gap, and I think F1 Richie covers that right now, because Aizen's getting 1 point in 15th, and he's getting 22 points in 4th. So, 25 points I think in 4th. So. F1 Richie doing some wonders for his championship here, but Aizen has pit because he had to change that wing. F1 Richie has not, so expect that to change, maybe shuffle up sometime in the future, in the near future, as the soft tires start to fall off the cliff here. Lap 9, 10 maybe in Japan. We're going to see. It really depends on the setup that some of these guys are running. We're going to see our first waves of pit stops coming soon, as Demort's still not able to make that move on Richie, as Richie just sneaking in some DRS here and there from Mivako is keeping him ahead. We're going to go back a little bit further down the grid here. Chill Mo chasing End of the World, and these guys are 7.2 seconds behind that battle we were looking at just before of Demort's and F1 Richie, but they're just as close, really. Chill Mo 7/10, and Chill Mo fighting for 6th. He's having some good Grand Prix recently, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I can say it every time I'm seeing him. He really improved in this season after a really difficult season 1 and 2. This season is really good for him, so he improved a lot. So he might be having a better pace or having a better preseason practice for the especially for the new game, but he really improved a lot.
Yeah,
good job to him.
I agree. He was, and I let me just double check here. Just a few weeks ago, down into 11th in the standings, or 12th actually, if you go down to round 11. And since then, he's just absolutely been on fire. He's all the way up into 9th right now. Has overtaken Hartman, has overtaken Cozy, and he's just 20 points short, 26 points short of Scar Logan. And as he gets a free position there, as F1 Rishi, the first man to bite the bullet and pit as he tries that undercut on Mivako. And is it going to be a short stop from F1 Rishi? Yeah, he's already out of the danger zone here. And further back now, Chilmo doesn't look like he's going to be able to make a move on the End of the World here, but right behind them, his teammate is Sunic trying to make a move on Joseph Cozy. And I just mentioned Cozy because Chilmo passed him in the standings. If Sunic can get by Cozy here, and I know all three of these guys are in a party right now, probably trying to, oh, that's a big moment from Sunic as he saves it, and Scar Logan is already right behind him. So Sunic goes from attacking Cozy, getting loose, to defending from Scar Logan in the Haas. And Scar Logan's going to be trying to make a move into the hairpin, I think. Is he going to look? He looked at it and thought better of it. That's a good take back from Scar Logan, because it's hard to make a move into that hairpin. And into Spoon here. You can't make a move into Spoon. We saw Seb Vettel try that short couple of years ago. I think it was last year in the Ferrari, and had a big spin there because it just tightens up so much. And I think, is that Aizen or is that Bacher having a moment? We're going to see it shortly. That's Bacher having a moment as Fallen Monkeys gets past him. So he's going to drop down into 19th. Sunic, Scarlet Logan, Joseph Cozy. Looks like this is going to be a battle that's shaping up here. Right ahead of them, there's Chilmo and End of the World. So these guys, as the top four have all pit now. The top four have pit. End of the World is not going to pit. Chilmo's not going to pit. Sunic is going to pit. Cozy is going to pit. So Sunic reacting to what Cozy was doing right away. And, oh, this is getting very confusing for me right now. End of the World's P1, Chilmo P2. They have not pit yet. They're still fighting. I think Chilmo should have pit there because you get the undercut on End of the World. And but with his teammate pitting right behind them, I think they might have planned that. They might have said, Chilmo might have said, I'm still good on these tires. Pit now. Try to get Cozy. I can handle End of the World by myself, and Danny Boy's going to come out 2.7 seconds behind him. Scar Logan and Passassin are going to swap positions as the teammates coming out of the pits near each other, and Passassin quickly taking that position off of his pitmate. Let's look at the tire strats now. It looks like we're getting a split between the hards and the mediums.
I can't understand. Actually, I'm really surprised why is Danny Boy and Assassin, they for sure going the same strategy, but why are they going on the hard tire there? You can easily, or you can most likely drive with the mediums to for 17 laps, I suppose.
I think maybe both being happy with their gap to the pack, that they can trade in that pace early on in the stint for extra pace later on in the stint, because the medium tires towards the end of this race will not have any pace. They're going to be very slow. They're going to last, but they're not going to be very fun to drive. So I think these guys may be just planning in for the future here and trying to preemptively, you know, have a plan for end of the race battle, maybe, as they're thinking far in the race. But if the mediums do last with no issues until the end of the race, we might see some guys further down the grid, like D-Morts, catch up to them. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1, and oh, that was End of the World. End of the World had a moment coming out of turn 1 right after his pit stop, and Chilmo finally gets past him. Chilmo on the hard tires, End of the World on the mediums, and it looks like after many laps of trying, it took an error from End of the World. Now End of the World is going to be trying to come back at Mo here as he's peeking down the inside, not going to make it there. That's a hard corner to overtake on as they both just swing the car through. It's almost flat out there. You just have to lift ever so slightly and into the hairpin. End of the World not going to be close enough here. He's going to have to stick close through Spoon, which is very hard to follow close through, and down the main straight and into 130R if he wants a chance at getting past back Mo. But he's got Aizen right behind him as well. Aizen, who is going to have to pit again, I think, in the end, because he's on. I thought Aizen went on the hard tires. He went on the mediums.
We absolutely can expect a really good fight for the top 4 or top 5, because they are all driving on different strategies, but not the top 3 they are all on the hard rubber. But End of the World is now passing Shilmo in the last turn.
There's Fallen Monkeys has had a spin at Spoon. That's going to drop him down from 16th. Scar Logan has finally pit, and he's going to be coming out right now, right into that battle between Cozy and look at that, right between Cozy and Asunik. That's not what Asunik wanted, as he's still chasing down the Red Bull who got into the pits right before him. And Scar Logan planning that pit stop perfectly, and he slots in right behind the Red Bull. He's going to be able to get some slipstream down the main straight and probably get past him as he tries to attack Aizen and Chilmo ahead. There's a big battle here in the midfield brewing as the leaders are kind of just racing their own race right now. D-Moore is getting close to Mivako, but not close enough that we have to look at that one just yet. It's right here in the midfield that's where the action is. Right ahead of them, there's Chilmo, Aizen fighting, and right here, Cozy, Scar Logan, Asunik in a three-way battle for 11th place. And do you have any favorites in this one, Chris?
I'm all over the place here right now. We have so many battles going on, especially in the midfield, and all most likely with the hard tires. We have a couple with the mediums, but there's not much difference between those tires. That's the surprising thing here right now. Chilmo and Aizen.
In the front of the pack there, D-Morse is getting very close to F1 Energy. 2/10 there when I looked. He's dropping back through the S's here as that dirty air slows you down, makes it very hard to follow closely. But
D-Mod actually passed F1 Richie after the pit stops. But D-Mod is the only one in the top 5 driving with the mediums. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he is doing at the end of the race.
Yeah, I do agree because those mediums might just drop off if he's not careful. Mivako can push a lot harder on his tires while defending because they're going to be good a lot longer. He doesn't have to worry about wrecking his tires just yet. And, yeah, I mean, Diamorts has the upper hand right now. Mivako's going to have the upper hand late in this race, though.
I think, how I said, Mivako is driving without any pressure because he is already champion. It would be a nice feeling, or it must be a nice feeling to drive like he is doing right now. No pressure. He can drive like whatever happens, it doesn't matter because he is the champion, the deserved champion. So he can. It's most likely for him a Sunday walk.
Side by side down the straight there into turn one, Demorts gets the move done. They almost went side by side there in through turn one, but Mivako making the better of that. And I think just like you said, he goes, "Well, I'm champion. I don't need to risk this move. Like, what is there to gain here? I can't possibly finish any lower." So Mivako tucking in behind the Renault Demorts there. And I think that has to be one of the first races we've seen this season where Mivako might lose positions from where he qualified.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he don't need any pressure. But it would be interesting. Maybe he is getting closer to Demorts at the end of the race because the medium tire might be. Yeah. It's falling a cliff at the end of the race. Maybe in the last 2 or 3 laps, we might see Mivako getting back into his 3rd place. But for now, Demorts got the advantage with the softer tire, with more grip, especially on the track, which is really cold right now, because we have still cloudy. It's no sunshine, nothing. So the track might be really cold at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that the sun is not out, we got cloud cover over the track. It does cool down the track temperature that much. It does end up helping in the race with some of the harder tire compounds, provided that there's no safety car. If there's no safety car, then the hard tire is at a big disadvantage. If there is a safety car, sorry, the hard tire is at a big disadvantage because, there's a battle brewing here further down, though. As let's tune into this for a second. So Chilmo's going to pit, Azen's going to pit Cozy and Sunik and Scar Logan, who are still battling after all this time. Oh, it's going to be 3 wide into turn 1. And how is this going to end up? Oh, 2 decide to stick through it. And Scar Logan down the inside of Cozy. And Sunik right behind them as Sunik gets another big moment coming out of turn 1. And that was incredible as all 3 deciding that they're going to be the ones that are going to make it through. Sunik first went to bail out of that one. And almost 3 wide all the way through turn 1. I'm surprised we didn't see any cars facing the wrong way here. Could you imagine if Azen and Hartman had not pit there? If 5 cars going basically into turn 1, that would have been absolutely insane. What we got instead, 3 wide, I'm not sure how they survived.
I would get a heart attack if that would happen to me. If like 4 or 3, even 3 drivers want to go into turn 1 there. I told you it's gonna be an interesting Sunday today.
Oh, that's a half spin from Cozy, and he saves it! What a save by Cozy! So he dips a wheel on the grass, and the car goes sideways. This is in Formula 1. It's Formula Drift for the Red Bull. They do compete in that sport as well. And it looks like they brought in some technology because Cozy absolutely sideways through Spoon, and he saves it. He only loses a position to Sunik.
Well done to him, well done. I don't know a lot of drivers that can do it. They can save a car like that, especially in that turn.
Oh, that was very, very well done there from the Red Bull drivers. You'd be happy that we got that one on stream, I think, because you can go back and watch it. As, that was very well saved. And that's a hard corner to save it on, too. Yeah, Cohen in our chat says Tokyo Drift. That's Tokyo Cozy right there. I think he moved to Japan and started a business because that man is drifting.
Yeah, well done to him. Well done to him. We should put in the move of the week. Then he would be absolutely the guy to vote here.
Yeah, while we were talking about Cozy's Ken Block's resemblance there, Scar Logan getting past Chill Mo for 7th place. And who is that? Oh, is that Extreme Pascal? Extreme Pascal has had a moment there, and he's got no front wing as he tries to get that car spun around there. It did look like he was doing some donuts when we tuned in. I can assure you he was not. He's just... trying to get that car pointed the right way and overclocked it a little bit there on this spin around. Chill Mo is going to try to have another go at Scar Logan, who's just absolutely gunning it on those hard tires. He started on the mediums, did very well to make those last a long time, and now on the hards, doing a great job at just extracting the maximum amount of pace out of that car. Is that Fallen Monkeys who's had a spin?
Fallen Monkeys actually got a drive-through penalty by speeding in the VSC, but I didn't even see a VSC yet.
I did not see a VSC on my screen either, but sometimes it does glitch for the commentators and we don't see it. But that's very weird if he did. Let's look at the... Oh, Asunik is out.
Oh no,
Asunik is out, and Scar Logan has had a spin as well. And where is Asunik out? Asunik's out in the S's.
Oh no, he was doing
Gonna
so
be
well.
on board with Azen here, yeah, and it looks like he's had a moment and he's lost it into the wall, and that's it for Asunik, and he's not gonna be happy with that one. Man, and Scar Logan has had a spin at the same time, almost synchronized with Asunik there. We couldn't get both. We saw Scar Logan sideways on the stream, though. It's just as we looked away to see what happened to the AlphaTauri, and Scar Logan drops into 10th. I was just talking about how quick he was. That promotes Chill Mo into 7th.
Yeah, and he's the only AlphaTauri driver now.
Yeah, trying to salvage points for his team there.
But he's gonna be going eventually in a fight with Joseph Cozy, both on the same tire, and the gap is by a little bit more than 1 second there, so it's probably the closest one. And we have Possession. In all those time, Possession is now close to Danny Boy.
Yeah, Possession is closing in, isn't he? 1 second back right now. We're going to tune into that battle. I guarantee you as soon as that gap gets under a second. Because I want to see some fighting for the win.
I told you. I told you, keep a watch out for the top 5. And Possession, he gained over 5 seconds to Danny Boy in the last couple of laps.
That's, yeah, I was not expecting that. I admit, you were right there. Oh, we're seeing Scar Logan trying to make a move on Catastrophic. These guys are good friends, so expect to see a little bit of room given, but no love being spared because they both want to say they're better than the other. You always want to prove yourself above your buddies. And, yeah, Scar Logan, Catastrophic, about to have a good old little Donnybrook here into Spoon. And Craigo right behind them trying to join into the mix there as they're going 3 of them into a nice little scrap here down the straight. And Scar Logan, yeah, that's going to be an easy move as Catastrophic. A lot of wheel spin coming out the exit of Spoon. And yeah, before 130 yards, Scar Logan's cleanly in front. Catastrophic, though, might have a chance at making a move into the Castillo Triangle. No, he's not going to do it as he opts to tuck in behind the Haas and just defend against Craigo instead. He's in 10th place. 10th place is points, and we haven't seen one of those comeback drives like Catastrophic put in so many times earlier on in the year, where he starts last and he ends up on the podium, he ends up in 4th, he ends up in 5th. He became almost, it was iconic at the start of the season when Catastrophic did that. We haven't seen that in a while, and do you think that's just the tier getting better, or has he maybe lost the touch? Have people started to realize and cover off that strategy now?
About this question, yeah, absolutely. Every driver is improving his skills in every race he is doing. So it is not surprising that a tier is going faster instantly, but yeah, you gain so many experience just by doing it. So it is, yeah, you have to expect that a couple of drivers improving throughout the season. And now we have the funny thing was at the start of this lap, Cozy is fighting with Chilmo. Chilmo is still driving without any ERS and can still be faster on a straightaway. that's really funny actually.
Assassin, the gaps aren't showing up for me on my screen, but Assassin's getting very close to Danny Boy.
Yeah, he is fighting for. He is going for it. He wants to win because he's really pacey here.
And
now
7 laps left.
Yeah, race.
7 laps left in this Grand Prix. 8 if you count the last one, or 7 because we're mostly through lap 20 now. And there are 18 cars left. We have 2 DNFs, no safety cars. Apparently we had one VSC, but I don't think any of us saw it because it didn't show up on our spectator mode screen. And I honestly, I don't remember the cars slowing down, so it must have been a very short one. And
yes,
see, Assassin, he's very close through the Casino Triangle. Is he going to have a chance? No, he locks up that front right wheel and gonna have to minimize the amount of times he does that because it does wear out your tires. It does increase the amount of heat across it. And down the main straight, he's going to get close enough through turn 1. No, he's saving his ERS. He's got no ERS left, does Assassin. Danny Boy, though, doing a much better job conserving that battery in his car. And he's going to be able to defend just a little bit longer here. 3/10 is the gap between the leaders now. We're going to have a cracking end to the race if this keeps up. Now, through the field, there's a couple more battles as Ix gets past Bacher, 1194 down in 16th. They're not for points, those battles, but they do matter a little bit in the grand scheme of things. These guys, of course, want to have the maximum opportunity of points. And 16th, if there's a penalty, that gives you a point. They'll take it. But of course, these guys battling for much more than that. 40 points up to grabs for the winner. Assassin would love to get his hands on that, as Danny Boy's a reserve. They're not going to count for much. But Danny Boy says, you know what, I think I'll steal all of them myself, as he stays ahead through Spoon. Assassin's still getting very close. I'm happy that our intervals got fixed. Crago is very close to getting overtaken by Catastrophic through the main straight. And we're going to tune into that one later because Assassin is going to try to make a move in the Casino Triangle. No, again, he's going to be too far back. And down the main straight, he's going to have to use all the ERS he can. And he's going to have to get a good exit here. But Danny Boy gets a better exit. Open up that DRS and get closer. You got to use your overtake here. And they're both saving now. They're both just using everything that car has. Neither of them able to just ditch the other one. Assassin not able to get ahead. Danny Boy not able to leave Assassin behind. And it's going to just be a big battle here all the way till the end, I think, because Assassin can't get past the Williams.
But he's getting, he might be, what I think he is losing a bit in Sector 1, but he's much faster in Sector 2. And then they are both even in Sector 3. So there's not much. He has to be patient, but he is also running out of time.
Yeah, he does have to be patient, but he can't be too patient. Like you said, he is running out of time. We are getting to the end of this Grand Prix here, and it can't come soon enough as the Sakir Grand Prix starts in 24 minutes. But luckily, I think we're going to be done by then. Let's hope we're going to be done by then. Danny Boy in front, Assassin P2. There are only 2 tests. They've never been this close. I don't think Assassin's ever been this close through this part of the track before, but Assassin's basically out of ERS. He's going to have a go into the chicane again. We've seen Pross make moves here in the past. We've seen them hit here in the past, but for the lead here, no moves this time around. Danny Boy positioning that car perfectly, lap after lap, and that's another spin from Fallen Monkeys, who's not having a good race here, and into turn 1, Assassin trying to have a cheeky look down the inside. That's not going to work, and we have a VSC now, as Fallen Monkeys had that spin. That's going to neutralize this battle a little bit, and crucially, it's going to help them recover a little for a couple of corners, and hopefully spice this battle up just a little bit more.
It will, absolutely. Possession is absolutely on fire right now. He did a great job to get the gap down to what it is right now. So this is absolutely crunch time for him, and Danny Boy has to do everything to defend his position. But yeah, how I said, really good pace from Possession. So I'm wondering what happened on the start for him. He was kind of struggling with his rear end at the start, so it would be a fight throughout the whole race there.
Yeah,
Like he lost so many positions at the start.
the VSC is done. We are back under green, and like you said, Possession was struggling so much in that second phase of the start that he's lost positions, and it potentially robbed us of many laps of this battle here. As he only really catching up towards the end, and it's P1, P2 battling. We're used to seeing these cars towards the back of the grid, but right now they're battling for the first position. They're battling for the win, and Possession not able to get past yet again. Danny Boy defending absolutely wonderfully here, and for the lead there's nothing between them, and there hasn't been anything between them since lap 20, and 4 laps later here there's still front wing to rear diffuser through the S's, through the Dunlop curve, and Possession, if you're Possession, do you take a lap where you don't try to make a move, you just back off, you save up? Oh, Ix is out of the session. What's happened to Ix? He's just retired in the pit lane, so unhappy with his race, I think.
About Possession, I think he is driving in dirty air since lap 18, so it might be a little bit difficult to drive for him, especially in the S's. So he has to be really careful because the tire wear is could affect the race as well. But yeah, he's since lap 18 he's driving in dirty air, and the interesting thing is that the Williams without DRS is almost at the same high speed like he has on the straightaways.
Absolutely, and yeah, I think Possession did do just that because yeah, he's a little bit further back this time around. 17 drivers left here in the Grand Prix, 2 laps and a little bit to go for most of these guys, and no safety cars this race. We had apparently we had 2 VSCs. I've only seen one of them.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm surprised. Japan can be really tricky if you have those certain drivers trying dive bombs. But yeah, I'm really surprised. On the other side, we had Singapore with all safety car, and now we have a pretty clean race here from everyone. So good job to everyone here.
Yeah, and we have had some good racing. These guys have kept him very clean throughout the Grand Prix. And is Possession going to be able to make a move here? He's closer than
2 or 3 tenths behind. It must be. It must be. Oh, he is.
Oh, he is going for it. He's going for it. They're side by side into the chicane. And is he going to have the inside line? He does. Oh. And no, but he's going to have a worse exit. Danny Boy just able to get the power down earlier. And he stays ahead. So Possession not able to make it work. Oh, Mivako in the back gets past. D-Mort's for the podium. And into turn 1. It's Danny Boy's Possession. Possession's going to be drifting. Oh, he saves it. What a save by Possession. Oh, my goodness. That was full opposite lock through turn 1, and he saves it. He does not spin. Danny Boy, as they make contact, they touch wheels. And Possession, I thought Cozy's save earlier was good. We just saw something even better. I don't know how Possession didn't lose it. They were on board with him. That car was completely sideways.
Wow, what driving skills we're seeing here. absolutely perfectly, absolutely
Oh,
perfectly.
it's absolutely insane. So I don't know how he saved that. I have no idea, but he's still in this, and he might have another go. If he had spun there, that was game over. He might even lose out on the podium. But no, he's still in this, and he's still battling. But it's Danny Boy P1, it's Passassin P2, Mivako getting back in the podium place is P3, but he's got a penalty, and Demore's behind him does not. F1 and she's P5 right now. End of the world P6, Chill Mo P7, Cozy P8, Craigo P9, Catastrophic rounding out the top 10. We're about to have a lap to go, and it's still, while some of these battles have been solved, P1 is still up for grabs. And here it is, the last lap. It's all on the table now. Passassin has to catch up to Danny Boy. Danny Boy has to keep Passassin behind if he wants to win in his ISRL debut. And these guys have been putting on one hell of a show. And in through turn 1, he's not going to have a chance, which means he's going to get one more good overtaking opportunity this Grand Prix, and it's going to be down the main straight, down the back straight, around 130 and into the Casio Triangle right at the end there. And Passassin has to stick close to Danny Boy. Danny Boy giving it absolutely everything he's got. They both have the same amount of ERS. They're neck and neck. These guys, there's nothing between them. As Fallen Monkeys retires from the session, they're a lap down. That's not going to affect this race. These drivers are going to be able to go right up until the end. And Danny Boy is still ahead though. Passassin has to keep close. There's 7/10 now. I think Danny Boy is getting away. Yes, he is. And there is that a... No, it's not. Okay. I was getting a little bit confused. There is a back marker ahead, but I thought he was a little bit closer than that. He's not. Extreme Pascal's just ahead of them down the straight, and now this is really the last chance for Passassin. But does Danny Boy get a little bit of a slipstream from his team, from the car ahead? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But either way, that unless there's something very miraculous that happens in the last corner, it's going to be Danny Boy crossing the line. P1, Passassin, that was a mighty challenge, but he can't do it. He crosses the line, P2. And Mivako right behind them. Has he got the gap to Demorts? I don't think he does. It's 1.5 behind for Demorts. Mivako's going to cross the line third. He's going to drop to fourth, though, as Demorts gets ahead of him, gets the podium. F1 Richie P5, as he might drop just a place as well. And End of the World is going to cross the line. Oh, End of the World's quite far back. End of the World is going to cross the line, P6 there. And wow, what a race we've had here. And what a battle towards the end. I'm dizzy. I'm out of breath just shouting into this TV for the last hour. That was an absolutely fantastic race.
You probably can relax your voice in the next like 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
And then coming back to normal before you going to your tier 1 race. Are you excited?
Oh, a little bit, yeah. A little bit. I'm scared. But it's a tough track here in Japan. We saw these guys here in tier 3 put on a great race. Yeah, guys, listen, it's 11:45 here. The Secure Grand Prix starts in 15 minutes. We're going to skip the podium interviews for this time around. Championship sealed anyways, so we've heard your winners speak plenty of times thus far. Now, this has been an absolutely excellent Grand Prix. We got some great battling, some great overtakes. There is Tier 2. Tier 2 later today. Tier 2 starts right after the Secure Grand Prix. And then Tier 1 starts right after Tier 2 finishes. So go watch the real life Grand Prix. Enjoy that, then come back here right after. We got some more racing for you. Yeah, the order: Danny Boy, Passassin, Demorts, that's your top 3. Mivako, up for Richie, round out the top 5. End of the World, Cozy, Chilmo, Craigo, Catastrophic, that's your top 10. And then the final point paying positions: Azen, Scarlogan, The Deck, Bacher, Extreme Pascal. Extreme Pascal scoring 1 point. And then Hartman Esports, Fallen Monkeys, Ix, Sunik, Killing for Cash, with Ix through Killing for Cash. DNFing, Fallen Monkeys DNF'd, but still classified as he had completed 90% of the race distance. So that's it. Danny Boy with an excellent win in his first race in ISRL. So might see more of him later on. But thank you everyone who's watched. Thank you to everybody in the live stream. Yeah, honestly, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Make sure to check out the link for our merch in the bio. Get yourself some ISRL gear, courtesy of IMB Race, where every purchase helps out the league. Thank you to everybody who
Would be a nice
tuned in.
Christmas gift.
Yeah, it does make a
Would be a
very cool Christmas gift.
yeah,
Make
absolutely.
sure to
The best.
thank you to everybody who's tuned in, liked us, subscribed to us, followed us everywhere so far. Couldn't do this without you guys. We will be back right after the Secure Grand Prix with Tier 2, same track, Japanese Grand Prix here in Suzuka, and then Tier 1 again right after that. So tune in as soon as the Secure Grand Prix finishes. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one, guys.
See ya.